Hello there, Anna-Lena here. I'm recording from Denmark. God bless you. And today the title of this video will be something about bringing heaven to earth. Two stories about bringing heaven to earth that I want to share with you. And one is from Peru. Upon meeting the Karo people there. This is back in 2010. And one is from Hawaii. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii once, together with a group of women. And Grandmother Circled the Earth Foundation. There's an old Hopi prophecy saying that when the grandmothers speak, the earth will heal. Anyway, the first one is from Peru, and the Karo people, they live up in the mountains. They were the people who escaped the Spanish invasion more than 500 years ago. They could foretell in the sky and in the stars what was going to happen. So in order to keep their knowledge safe from being destroyed by the invaders, they moved up into the mountains, and they have lived there like outside civilization for all this time, since the invasion of the Spanish people, the Spaniards, into Peru. And they live there like very, very primitive. In my programmed mind says it's primitive, which I'm sure it's not for them, but it's like stone huts, like built of clay and stone, and making food on open fire, and growing their own potatoes, and they have alpacas, and they're just these people who live very, very, very close to nature. And I want to share with you a story about an afternoon. We were there, a group of Westerners like myself, and we were sleeping in tents. It was so cold during the nights that there was a layer of ice outside the tent in the morning. But anyway, it was an afternoon, and people, we had various reactions to the altitude, but there were just these three girls who'd come up to me, and they just wanted to see what kind of a creature I was. They wanted to play and have fun, and of course we didn't speak the same language, and we were like dancing, and we were outside the tent where I was sleeping, and they were like very curious about what the tent would look like from the inside. So anyway, I shared the tent with another Danish girl, so I had to talk to her before, if we were to sit inside the tent. So I just let them watch. I opened the tent door, the zipper, and they could see what it looked like. I mean, they'd never seen a sleeping bag before. It was completely new to them. And then they sort of showed me, they were curious what was in my rucksack. So I just showed them, and then we would just sit there and have a great time for hours, because we were in the mountains. And what is time? What is time? You just have to enjoy the very present moment. And so I tried my best. And I had a little notebook and I asked them about, I pointed at things to have them say the word for like a stone in their language, and a shirt or a sweater or whatever, and I'd write it down in my notebook, and I asked their names, and they would tell me their names, and then at some point I had this little bag, and they were curious about that, and I opened it, and this is another chocolate story. If you heard the chocolate story from before, this is another chocolate story. So anyway, I had forgotten that I had another chocolate bar there, but there it was. And the girls, they saw it, and I could just see their eyes like go like this, and then I shared it equally between them. And this is when the miracle happens. And still to this day, I find it hard to describe with words what happened. But these 3 girls, they fell into complete silence as they tasted the chocolate. Just complete silence. It was so peaceful, and I could pick up on something that was not of this world, and it was as if they melded with this chocolate. It was as if they tasted this chocolate in a way that was beyond, it almost transcended the experience into, it was, I was shown a miracle of how someone can enjoy a piece of chocolate. It was an experience that I took it back home, and we were there in November, and all throughout December, my only wish was to be able to taste a piece of chocolate like these girls did. I mean, their ability to feel and sense and enjoy, like, it goes beyond anything that I have ever, experienced before, because I mean, I come from a culture where I have access to, or we have access to chocolate all the time, and cakes if we want to eat that. So to me, they showed me what heaven on earth could be like. Yeah, God bless them. God bless them. I just pray that they are well. Yeah. And their families and their communities. And the second story that I want to share with you was I went to Hawaii to meet up with some of the grandmothers from Circle the Earth. We had ceremonies with Pele, the volcano goddess. We met people there who, they were teachers. And when I arrived, I had traveled then. I don't remember if I traveled from Norway or Denmark, but I had traveled, along, and we were given the rooms where we were going to sleep, and so one of the grandmothers, she started making my bed, like putting on sheets, and I am so used to, doing things by myself. I've been single since 2009. Out of 4 siblings, I'm the oldest girl. I'm used to taking a lot of responsibility. She was older than me, so in my head I was just saying, you really shouldn't, I think about, I what, thank you, but don't you want me to make my own bed? I'm so scared. I thought she had enough to deal with if she shouldn't make my bed. And then she was just standing there, and she was like, her hands were just like gently like touching the sheet, like just being very present in the moment, and just looking at the bed. And then she said, it's a grandmother's greatest joy to make a bed for her granddaughter. Now I got emotional. So, heaven on earth, bringing heaven to earth. I mean, it's about how we make the beds. It's about how we eat chocolate. God bless this grandmother and all the other grandmothers. I'm a grandmother myself. Well, they were just lessons in love, lessons in those small baby steps of bringing heaven to earth. I mean, the day we bring heaven to earth, we will all be dancing in the streets, like full of the praising the glory of God, the glory of creation, the glory of our beautiful planet, the glory of the mother that we all share, and filled with the joy of the Holy Spirit. And that will be the day that we bring heaven to earth. Yeah, those were the words. May God bless you. May God bless your home. May God bless your children, if you have children, and your family, and your life. Take care.